Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, and in particular the AWD1100 C# Programming Fundamentals class, I'm doing a series of video presentations based on the book that's going to be used for this class. That book, as shown here, is Muroc C# 2015. Book has 26 chapters. Done the first 4, and now I'm in the middle of Chapter 5 on how to code control structures. All right. And I'm up to right here where we have an enhanced invoice total program. Now notice for the customer type, see how we've got an R there? Well, what do we have? Let's look at the code. If the customer type is R, all right, then we want to do the information that's in here. So in other words, if you look, we've got a type R, we've got a type C, all right? And if they're an R, if they've bought less than $100 worth, they get no discount. Between 100 and 250, 10%. Greater than 250, 25%. But it could be regular for R, it could be anything. If they're a C, if it's less than 250, they get 20%. Otherwise, they get 30%. So it's one of these two. Finally, they get if they're not a C or an R, they get a 40% discount. All right. So you can see when you look in there, they're using ifs to figure out what's going on. All right. Let's quickly talk about loops. And again, I'll write a little bit more code here. Let's count to 10. Int. I like to use the LCV, which stands for Loop Control Variable. Again, I'm just going to say here print X and X plus X. Okay, what's that going to print? Well, it's going to print on screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's exactly what that's going to print. So let's talk about why, how, and what's what. And it's not X, it's LCV here and here. First thing, a while loop is known as a pretest loop. In other words, if I set this to 11, 11 is not less than or equal to 10, so this will skip everything within the curly braces and it will print nothing. So if I set LCV as shown here, it will print nothing. This way it comes in. Is 1 less than or equal to 10? It is. We print 1. We add 1 to the loop control variable. It's now 2. Is that less than or equal to 10? Yes. So we print 2, add 1 again. We do this until we get to 10. All right. So here we come in and we say while LCV is less than or equal to 10. Okay. So now it's 9 right there. So we print 9, we add 1 to it. Now it's 10. Is 10 less than or equal to 10? Yes. So we print 10, we add 1 to it, now LCV is 11. Is 11 less than or equal to 10? No. So we drop out of the loop. 3 major things here. First, declare loop control variable, or what I call LCV, for loop control variable. Test loop control variable. Then finally, increment loop control variable. So those are the steps. Now what you can also do in this language is you can do what's called a post-test loop. This is a pretest. But I'm going to grab this. I'm going to put, whoopsie. I'm going to put the word do here, do. And over here, now I'm going to put in my while. This is called not a pretest. This is a post-test loop. So you print 1, you add 1 to it, then you check. So even if this is 11, it's still going to print 11 and then fall out of the loop. But if I make this 1, okay, that'll still work the same way. But the difference is a do-while loop is a post-test loop, meaning it does not check the loop control variable till the end of the loop, where the for loop that we saw before is a pretest loop. But you'll notice 1, now we're testing it, but we're testing it here. There's 3 different steps to get this to work. What if I don't want to do that much work? Well, I can come in here and say for int LCV equals 1, LCV less than or equal to 10 plus plus LCV, print LCV. And that's going to print out what you see here. This is another pretest loop. So if this is false, originally like this, you'll never print anything. All right? Those are the 3 different looping structures available not just in C#, but actually in most programming languages. There are exceptions. So there's examples here in the book. If you like theirs better, hey, cool. If you want to get out of a loop prematurely, you can use what's called the break statement. So I can come in here and I can say if, maybe I don't like number 7. So if LCV equals 7, break. Now what that's going to do is it's going to print out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it's going to say, is it equal to 7? It will be. So it'll break out of the loop. It's gone. If I want to skip what's going on here, I can write the word continue in here. Now to do this, okay, I can, it'll come in and it'll print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it'll say, is it 7? Yes. Continue means skip the rest. So this will print 8, 9, 10. So if you want to skip part of a loop iteration, you use the word continue. If you want to prematurely break out of something, you use the word break. I can't think of a simpler way to put it than that. Hopefully that helps. All right. Next they talk about breakpoints here and break mode. Check my time. I'm fine. So if you get into a program and you want the program to stop someplace. So let's suppose I want the program to stop right here at this if statement. I can take my mouse and I can click in here. Now I've done what's called setting a breakpoint. So let me run this. And I don't even have to put in any data. I'm just going to click the exit button. And notice it stops right here. So it shows me, if I want, I can come into what's called my locals window, and I can check what the value of my variables are equal to. And they may not be equal to anything. All right, I can see what's been called, etc. So if I want to stop, right now I am in, when you are creating a program, you're in design mode. When you're running the program, you're in execution mode. All right? But now we're basically in neither one of those. you could kind of look at it, I've heard it put like this before, that in a way we're in purgatory. We're not running, we're not running. Okay? But what's cool about this, and this isn't the greatest of examples where I put this breakpoint, all right? Just stop the run. To get rid of the breakpoints, you just click there, all right? But what I can do is let's put a breakpoint. Let's see. Here's we print all that stuff out. So let's put a breakpoint in right before this message box. I run the program. Jeff, Scott, worked 50 hours, $20 an hour, and it stopped. But look what it's showing me here. It says first name was Jeff, last name was Scott, hours worked was 50, hourly rate was 20, gross pay was 1,000. So that breakpoint hit even right when I got to this line. This line has not yet executed. If I click the continue button, it will now execute. See that? So that's a couple simple things as far as being able to go in and do some work, all right, debugging a program. Again, we're going to have a whole debug chapter, a whole debugging chapter later in the book. All right. So they've got this future value program here. We can make it. They've got a factorial program, a change program, etc. And there's nothing wrong with any of these. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back again to our payroll program. All right, I'm going to do a file, save all, and I'm going to do a file, and I'm going to close. I'm going to exit. So now I have it. It's not open at all. But as I have done before for you, I'm going to come in here and just as we did before, desktop. Now we've got that payroll, that Chapter 4 payroll one. Isn't that this? Yes. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to right mouse click, choose copy again, right mouse click again, choose paste. All right, and we're going to call this Chapter 5. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up, and I will continue on with that in the next lecture.